Bill Simmons hinted at some bad news, which I feel like I've been yelling at the top of the mountain for weeks now. Niggas just didn't want to hear me. It sounds like the NBC deal is pretty much done, and they're going to announce it at the end of the playoffs. Charles Barkley was on Waddle and Sylvia about 30 minutes ago and said he's scared to death about it. He said nothing is 100% yet, but he's scared to death about it. For those of you who don't know, basically NBC. So the new NBA media rights contract is about to be signed. They have one more year left on the deal, and so Warner they have the exclusive rights to negotiate, but they're being cheap. David Zaslav, the CEO, said like a year or two ago, the infamous quote that we don't need the NBA, which was ridiculously stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing over there. We already know how he ruined DC and just everything, how he's been managing Max has just not been good at all. And then you have this where they could potentially, it looks like they're going to lose this. NBC is swooped in, and it looks like the new holders, of course, ESPN and ABC, Disney, they've got that. They've re-signed on Amazon Prime. Is going to be a new, new partner in this. So Amazon Prime is going to have Thursday Night Football, and they're going to have the NBA, and NBC is going to be the next person. Again, they're going to take Warner's spot, which means this is 9 times out of 10 the end of inside the NBA. That's because Charles Barkley has a clause in his contract that he signed 2 years ago that if Warner loses rights, that he becomes automatically a free agent. He gets to go wherever he goes. Ernie is staying with Turner regardless, because not only does he doesn't just do basketball, he does baseball and other things at Turner. So he's staying at Turner, and then we don't know what happens with Shaq and Kenny. So I highly doubt that there's going to be like them on another network or something. Even if they are, let's just say NBC decides to scoop them up or Amazon decides to scoop them up. We don't know, like, production wise, is it going to be the same? Are they going to have the same leeway to say whatever they want on a different network? So it kind of feels like it's coming to the end. We kind of talked about this 2 weeks ago, but I just want to quickly just kind of get everybody's opinion on this, because it sounds like this is like going to happen now. Pav, I want to go to you first. What do you think about, NBC swooping in, and it seems like next year will be the swan song for inside the NBA?
I mean, it kind of is what it is for me personally. I mean, I'm not somebody who like watches inside the NBA, like even when it's halftime, I kind of like go do something else, or like post game, I kind of turn and do and like watch something else. But obviously, it's been so many incredible moments over the past 20, however many years with inside the NBA.
30.
I mean, 30 years with that show. I mean, even I sometimes go on YouTube and just look at things. But again, all great things do come to an end. Maybe it'll be a thing for the next brand of young creatives who, hopefully can get in there and start their own thing. And, maybe that'd be the next thing that carries us through the next, 30, however many years. I think for me, the more unfortunate part about it is like the games won't be as accessible to everyone, because I'm sure they're going to put some games on Peacock, like even like when you think about those
guarantee that.
Yeah, like even when you think about those NBA TV playoff games, I'm sure they'll just sell them to Peacock. You know what I'm saying? So I think that for me, the thing that I don't want to say bothers me, because again, everything changes, everything progresses. It is what it is. It's not 1999 no more. It's not 2009 no more. No matter how much we may miss the past is gone. The thing about the old days is those are the old days, and we are in a completely new generation, and we are going towards something new. But I think for me, the thing that'll be more confusing and like a little bit disheartening, even though I'll just still buy Peacock and like whatever. And it may even be cooler. Like they may do something, they may have, I don't know, do some next gen thing where I'm like, wow, this is like, they wasn't doing this on TNT. But the thing that the games would be a little bit less accessible. You'll probably see like the in-season tournament championship game will probably be on there and things like that. But yeah, as far as inside the NBA, I mean, if it is the end, it's been an incredible run. Incredible run. They've held us down for years and years and years and years, literally raised us. I mean, if you say it's been on 30 years, I've been alive 32. So that means basically they like literally my whole entire time, even before I even recognized what basketball was, I was watching this show. So obviously, great run, incredible run, but all good things come to an end. So if it does end, I guess it kind of is what it is. Ain't nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, but before we go to bang, I just want to say about this. It's kind of like, this is why Succession is one of my favorite shows, because it's kind of like you're seeing the end kind of like legacy media and like older shows and things like this. Like I don't remember an NBA world, honestly, without Inside the NBA. I don't remember whatsoever, because when I was younger, of course, I remember NBC. I caught like the tail end of NBC. NBC stopped airing the NBA like in 2002. I think it was. I think the Western Conference Finals with the Lakers and the Kings was like their last series before they I think they gave the rights. I think that's when Disney got the rights, or ESPN and got the rights. So I think from a maybe a breakdown perspective, it won't be bad because let's be real, Chuck and them niggas don't be talking about like X's and O's. Like, so if you're looking for like for those of you who wanted the X and O breakdown, it'll probably be better. But for me, as just somebody who likes just being entertained, I'm gonna miss it. I watch it every day. That's the only show. I don't watch the ESPN pregame show. And not that they don't know what they're talking about. I think that Stephen A, Malika, Kendrick Perkins will do a good job. I'm just not watching it. It's not entertaining. I watch Inside the NBA to see Shaq get mad about, being trolled, to see Charles Barkley say that he don't care about something. And, Kenny being outraged to go to the board and Ernie being the glue. And I saw a couple of you niggas out there saying, well, you just replace Ernie, whatever. No, you can't, bro. Ernie is the guy who brings it all together. You just can't replace him like an Adam Lefko. And I like Adam Lefko, but you can't just replace him with an Adam Lefko or bring Bob Costas back to life. Like, you can't do that. Like, he's the one who like stirs it together, man. So I think if this is the last year and that's what it feels like, I think they're gonna go out with a bang. They're gonna have they're gonna make that last year be great. But it's kind of sad. But like you said, Pappy, all things coming in. In the words of Tony Stark, part of the journey is the end. That just is what it is at that point. And I think we'll all get over it. The good part about it is we get the NBC song back. I think that's a good part about it. That's the only good thing I got about that. But Bang, what do you think about this whole new deal and bringing NBC back in and with Turner kind of leaving?
We're gonna lose inside the NBA, and you know what? It's a big price to pay to get some shit that I've been ready to listen to since 2002. And that's the NBA on NBC thing. We get to hear John Chess's joint again, and I'm excited about it. Now, let me say this. NBA, sports-wise in general, the NBC puts on great programming. Like, we might not get inside the NBA type, but I do believe that the Sunday NFL team is the best team. I think that they give you even though sometimes, Rodney Harrison might be jerking somebody nuts, depending on who they be playing. Tony Dungy, Mike Tirico, the gang, I like them better. And I'm talking about the network television. I'm not talking about like ESPN adding them on there. I think network television wise, they got it to me. I think Fox has ran its course. I've never liked the CBS coverage with this new team. Like the old school CBS is really what Fox ended up becoming. So let's not act like that NBC does not give, probably from a camera wise, the best look when it comes to their sports content. Now, back in the day, also, I loved Bob Costas and Pat Riley. I love their NBA pregame and postgame coverage. So maybe it's a chance. Hey, not saying it's gonna happen, but man, what if Bob Costas come out of retirement for a little bit to go ahead and do something? I don't know, but I'm not gonna shortchange NBC. I think they give good coverage on all of their joints, even the Olympics as well. But I mean, Thanos, he got them Infinity. He got the Infinity Stones. What he had to give up? He had to give up old girl. It's the same thing I feel here.
I just want to say this about Bob Costas. I have no problem with Bob Costas coming back. I just don't want them to redo Inside the NBA with him replacing Ernie.
No. Yeah, they can't. Yeah. Let me say that. That's an unreplaceable show.
Right, exactly.
You can't replace that show. You can't. If that was the case, ESPN would have had about 15 Inside the NBAs with the money they got. You can't replace that show. That's why you might want to look at Sunday NFL and look at that coverage and expect to see that more in the future. But you might see something like Kevin Hart has with the Olympics, him and Snoop Dogg. You might see more stuff like that as an alternative, but you're getting that thorough studio coverage from now on.
Dante, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be dope. And the one thing I was thinking about is the same way Amazon with their NFL games, they have the alternate broadcast where you can watch the stats. You watch the routes being ran. You can watch, when the guys open, it'll light up green, stuff like that. I think you'll get more interactive broadcasts from NBC. And also, I would just hope that, I know that Ernie is signed to Turner. I'm not sure if it's an exclusive deal, but I would reach out to see if there's a way, even if it's once a week type of thing, where you can get Ernie with the guys. Because I know all of them have opt-out clauses, and like you said, Chuck is worried about it. But I think if you do find a way to grab all three of those personalities, you can't do it without Ernie. So if anything, I would rather them just retire it, let it lie, and then create something else. The song, I understand the song is classic, but I ain't really concerned with the fucking song. Like it's 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds before the game starts. I don't give a fuck. You can play that right now on YouTube yourself if you wanted to. But
I actually do sometimes. G. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna stunt. I love that fuck. Here's the thing.
It wasn't even a song, too. It would be Bob Costas acting like the fate of the world on the line.
Can Michael Jordan bring it home for one last time?
They showed the little shit of Michael Jordan, like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, two Titans going up against each other. Will it be the passing of the torch? Find out on NBA, on NBC. Then the motherfucking goddamn Peacock do the little neon shit. And then
Imagine the game for tonight. He said, with a generational player of Luka Doncic, with the fate of Texas on his back,
nigga.
When you have a small town like Oklahoma,
Talk your shit.
Alexandria, and Chet Holmgren, bring that town to even the brink of the Western Conference Finals.
Nigga, it's the montage.
This is gonna be hard.
Look, hey, we had the show a couple of weeks ago where we was talking about what's missing. Fam, the story NBA on NBC did just as much as prop up Michael Jordan as Michael Jordan did, because they gave you the story, they gave you the montage, they gave you the pomp and circumstances, they gave you everything you needed to hear before the game start. And then, you know what the best part of the music is? It's not the full intro, it's the little bridge, it's the build up. The bed, it's the music bed that doom 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 doom. Then the niggas be talking and shit. You be like, man, this is about to be it could be the worst game, nigga. It could be the Dallas Mavericks versus the Toronto Raptors, nigga.
You know the best intro? The best intro is game 5 of the West Conference Finals, where it was the Lakers and the Kings after Robert Horry shot. And they said the last time we saw a look of a champion like that was the 1990 Detroit Pistons. Can the Lakers rise up? Can the young star Kobe Bryant play just like his idol Michael Jordan? Can the biggest center of all time?
That man Bob Costas said, and if that was the last image that we will see of Michael Jordan, if that was the last image, that shit was like movie theater activity.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the last image that we will see of Michael Jordan.
Theater. And then at the end of the game,
you gotta bring Bob Costas back for Bron last game. Like Bron last game, gotta have Costas.
Just let him do the intros.
Let him do the intros. And at the end of the game, Bob Costas will give his final thought like he Jerry Springer and shit. Come on, fam.
Do y'all remember Joe Budden rapped on the NBA on NBC beat?
Everybody rapped on that.
Everybody rapped on that shit. I think Cameron rapped on it.
Yep.
Yeah, Cameron. Yeah, Dipset rapped on. They got to bring my main man, Ahmad Rashad. I know he like 80. We'll bring Ahmad Rashad back, y'all.
Ahmad on the golf course, my nigga. He ain't coming.
He always been on the golf course. Ahmad always been on the golf course.
My main man, LeBron James, his last game.
If we're gonna lose inside, at least let me get the storyline stuff back.
I think it would be dope to kick that. That would be a dope kickoff broadcast if you brought back everybody from the originals that's still alive and did it like that. Yeah, and then as you go on, you add your new people and you introduce your new faces and everything.
Well,
that would be fire.
Who's some new people you think they could probably add? Like they're probably gonna add people already there.
I got one name, and I know he with ESPN, but I think he needs to be on broadcast more just to educate fans. Tim Legler.
Well, Tim Legler, the thing about Tim Legler, he do that. They put him on the graveyard on purpose because he like being around his kids.
His kids grown now. Yeah. They all graduated college.
And they grown now.
They grown now.
Come on, my nigga. They got their own families, bro. Get the people what they want, Tim. Like,
Kevin Harlan about to get money.
I'm sure there's like I'm sure there's probably like some like YouTubers that they may reach out to as well, like some like new generation people, streamers that maybe like I can't think of, but like probably like I would love to see personally new talent. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if you're trying to like
NBC hire me, nigga. I'll wear a suit.
like especially if you're trying to like market to the next generation.
Play-by-play color commentary?
No, like I mean like in studio broadcast. You know, like,
okay. Okay.
Because like you know, like you like obviously there's this thing where people say, oh, young kids don't watch the full games, like they just watch highlights. Well, maybe they would be more keen to like tune in to like the actual broadcast or like watch the halftime show if you have people that they've been looking up to. Because again, like the kids who are like, I remember when we first started Hoops and Brews, it's people who like, man, we've been watching you since we were 23 and we 30 now. You know what I'm saying? So you got people who may have been watching somebody since they were 16 and, you know, on YouTube. So I'd like to see like them reach out to that and find like those people as opposed to, you know, going back in. Even though I do think Amar Rashad will be dope for us, but bro, don't know 25-year-old get no fuck about.
Yeah, no,
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Like on the court, I need to see like Kevin Harlan with like Mark Jackson.
You don't. I don't want to see Mark Jackson call.
No, I said on the court. I'm just saying.
No, I don't want to see Mark Jackson
right now.
I don't want to see Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy do anything.
I want to see. I like Mark Jackson because some of his shit be making me laugh.
I'm telling you right now, Mark Jackson and Jalen Rose are never gonna be on TV again.
Good.
Mark Jackson is on Cam Network. Number one. Number two, they don't want. They think he a Bible thumper.
You don't think he is, nigga? Like let's be clear about this. Like,
NBC got Tony Dungy.
What the fuck? Hold on, Jalen Rose went too pro black. We can't be that too pro black on TV.
Shit, Tony Dungy is more than Mark Jackson. Like you would never see Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy's a Hall of Famer.
It's also football.
Yeah, and Tony Dungy also didn't take his star player and anoint his ankle with oil and tell the nigga run around the church. Like, we gotta stop talking like Mark was just being regular, bro. He was fucking wild. And then not in my locker room. The owner of the team, his son gay. What you doing, bro? Like, what's going on?
Also, another thing niggas gotta stop doing. Stop acting like Mark Jackson was John Gruden. He wasn't even playing Draymond. He's not John Gruden.
All right, so I first of all, I almost choked. Thank you, Dante. I almost choked on that damn. You should have got ISO'd right there. All right, so who would be? All right, perfect world. Who would be your play-by-play? Who would be your color commentary? And who would be your sideline reporter?
Like if I had my choice of any, if you
had your choice of anybody,
I'd lure Kevin Harlan away since the niggas are gonna be free agents. I lure Kevin Harlan away. I know it's crazy. I like Jamal Crawford.
I love Jamal Crawford.
I love Jamal Crawford.
Yeah,
bro.
He gotta run through some of them puns because some of that shit was corny, but for the most part, he did a good on broadcast.
Yeah, he gotta relax a little bit.
Shaq was terrible his rookie year inside the NBA.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Terrible. Yeah. And then he relaxed.
Yeah, and not only that, speaking of terrible, because we talking about the inside NBA or NBC, you remember how bad Magic was? Whose game? Michael's game. He was horrible.
I mean, Magic.
That's because Magic can't talk, man. He was Magic can't talk.
Isaiah was sitting there fighting back tears, showing love to Mike through them games, nigga. The greatest player in the world. He playing on the side. Fuck this nigga, man.
Did you see that clip? I mean, I've seen the clip 100 times. But I didn't peep it. When they said Jordan dunked on Mutombo, I didn't peep. He told that nigga, "We gonna take your green card away."
What?
Oh, nigga, what?
I didn't peep. I watched it again yesterday. They were in the All-Star break 97. Remember that was But he's like, "You never got me." He said, "All right, keep playing. We will get your green card taken away." That's what Mike told me.
I missed that part.
Mike said, "Quit playing. We gonna get your green card taken away."
All right, Kevin Harlan, Jamal Crawford.
I'm trying to think sideline reporter. Who would be a good sideline reporter? Taylor. I mean, Taylor will be good. She doing a lot though. Taylor could be. Who else? Taylor, honestly, I'm going better. I'm better. Taylor need to be their Maria Taylor because Maria Taylor do the NFL for NBC.
Oh,
Taylor need to be their.
She need to be the host.
She need to be the host.
But she doing a lot, bro. I don't think she gonna want to.
I mean,
she can do more.
I'm trying to think of a player who retired recently that would be good on color, like somebody who's
no. You know what? they'll probably use her for the Amazon coverage because she already works with Amazon. With the
You're
NFL.
right. Yeah, you're
They're
right.
probably
I
gonna
forgot
use
about
her for the
that.
Amazon coverage.
Man, the
Pap, I
only
like
person,
Vince. Vince would be a good one.
Said growing up on the west side of Chicago. That's how we play Isaiah every 5 minutes.
dead ass. Dead ass. Hey, if Isaiah Thomas ain't gonna do shit, he gonna rep the West Side, not Chicago. West Side.
I like how Isaiah always comfortably says, "Yo, we let that nigga live out west." To Mike.
Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He said Mike used to be at my house.
Okay, here's a thought. Here's a thought. I think y'all might know where I'm going, but depending on when this damn coverage happens, they gotta throw the bag at Bron and put him up in the booth, in the halftime booth. They gotta throw the bag at him.
He's still playing.
No, I said depending
about 2 years,
on
bro.
when this.
No, I'm telling you, you're gonna get that job, Draymond.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about in the not the booth, not the sideline.
In studio,
yeah.
Bron ain't doing nothing without an uninterrupted logo on it. Let's be very clear.
That is also facts.
Let's be very clear. Bron.
I mean, when you look at it, only the reason why I say that, you're gonna need a big fish, and the only other big fish, and I do not want to, even though he from the crib, I do not want to hear him do shit in this lane because he was terrible on Inside the NBA.
Get Melo, put Melo in the
no, Melo too cool. Melo
too cool, and I do not want to hear Dwayne Wade.
The only reason Melo podcast works is because Mero balances Melo out.
I do not want to hear Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, we don't need D Wade on there. I love D Wade,
and I got a feeling that's the money that's who gonna get the bag thrown at him.
You know who would have been there? I wish if he was still here. Kobe would. Perfect. Kobe would have been perfect.
And if JJ Redick is fired by then, after he's the head coach of the Lakers,
that nigga Stu guy said today, Dan, you know what the J and JJ Redick stands for? Jeff Saturday, nigga. Someone the Lakers are.
When he get fired, there he is right there. He goes straight to the booth.
Nah, JJ would be good though. JJ would be solid.
JJ would be good. I'm trying to think who else on TNT. There's really nobody else on TNT. They probably gonna bring Adam Lefkoe. I like Lefkoe.
Yeah, he's decent.
I like Lefkoe when he's talking football more than he talk basketball though.
I got introduced to Lefkoe when he had that podcast with Phil Sims.
Chris Sims. That was one of my favorite football pods. They was like real good on there. I'm trying to think who else like that. Really, that coverage has to be up to par of the NFL's or better.
That paper on this player haters old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna.